Back on boxes. We are back. With the outbound HTB box. I have not used this hyperlink config in a minute, so we're gonna have to readjust to everything. But Winter Arc is kicking off now. We're live. We're back on OSCP grind, unfortunately. But that's how the cookie crumbles. So hopefully this time we don't fail the OSCP by 10 points. And we can move on to more Active Directory stuff, like the Cape cert from HTB, which looks really enticing. But we've been extremely productive in other fields around WordPress and CVs and other findings. So, production has not slowed down. Production just steered away from live stream from a bit because I couldn't really stream a lot of what I was doing. But no more SemGrep for time being and static code analysis. That's something I can do on my own time. And as always, well, this is unique. This gives us cred, so it's an assumed breach. But we are going to start as we always do. Sudo nmap yozibby all ports. And we're also in Exegol right now. So this is not a VM. Getting back into this has really started to push me towards KDE on Arch instead of Hyperland. Hyperland has been great. It is great. It's just a lot of maintenance and non-productive activity, we can call it. Right on time. Oh, okay. Let's see if it says it has 80 open, but it doesn't want to work. So let's SSH in with these assumed credentials. Yo, blunts. And let's get to it. Should be 10, 10, 11, 77. Yes, we want to connect. What? Did this give us fake credentials? I was thinking for a second I was accidentally not connected to the VPN, and this was a home lab. This was an actual device, but I don't think I have a VLAN for .10. What? I did not see DC. What about DC? DC... America DC? Plane. Oh, Jesus. A plane crash? Or what? Wait, what? Oh, Discord. All I'm seeing is the Sabrina Carpenter meme. Oh, you texted me on the side. Oh. Oh, bro. Yeah, that's literally... You're talking about Brad. Oh my god, yeah. I literally... My last engagement, Brad just joined BLS, like, probably 2 months ago. We just got back from our last engagement of the year together. Yeah, that's so funny. I literally just went on a trip with Brad. Yeah, Brad is super cool. Your ears are burning. Why is that? Yo, B7. What up, brother? Good to see you back. Good to have everyone back. Yeah, Brad and I got along really well. I like Brad a ton. Brad's a great guy. What's not cool is this. It's giving us an assumed breach, but SSH doesn't work. Is this a teaser? Yes. Why? What if we curl that? Why would this not load? Do we have to open up a browser within this? No way, right? How did I do this last time? Oh man. Was it Firefox within here? Oh, mail. Okay, it is. Alright, so let's move that up here. Let's rerun Firefox, but we'll quiet the process so we can get back to our terminal. What did that resolve to? Mail? Mail.outbound.htp. Nano, let's see, host. What's that? Mail. Or actually, we'll do outbound.htb, then we'll do mail.outbound.htb. And there we go. Oh, this is RoundCube. This is like real life. Alright. It gives us credentials, so that's probably what these creds are for, yeah? I thought it was SSH. We'll save that, that's fine. And so now we are into Outbound. This is an easy HTB box, right? So off rip, I'm gonna assume it's easy discovery. It's not a local app. It's not made in-house, so vulnerability is probably gonna be a CVE. We want dark mode automatically. Draft test. Once you get to like the medium and hard boxes, what they usually do is they take known CVs and vulnerabilities, but they add like a twist to it. So like an out-of-the-box POC wouldn't work, which I found you don't really get on easy boxes. Easy boxes is either going to be a known POC, like something you can find like an LFI, RC, upload web shell, upload an image. But because RoundCube is a legitimate software, I don't think they would expect you to find a 0-day and a new unknown CVE on an easy box. So I'm going to chalk this one up to a vulnerability, a known vulnerability, known CVE, probably a POC for it. And if I had to guess, maybe like an upload vulnerability. There are a shit ton of parameters you can see in the bottom. Like uploading a web shell, RoundCube webmail. Can we enumerate the version? Ooh, import. Server settings, special folders. Easy's insane. Yeah, you gotta. Oh, that's Brad. Jesus Christ. My bad. What up, Brad? Hello, brother. That's completely my bad. Oh my gosh. That's not good. Oh man, that's too funny. Here, let me get this down right now on Twitch. Let's throw Brad a sub on Twitch. I'm on a different config right now, so I don't want to have to log into everything. The home lab config has all my credentials plugged in, but for CTFs and stuff, the Hyperland config I use uses a separate Firefox profile, so this is different from if I were to open up like a normal Firefox with a different agent. You can see this has all my home lab stuff on it, and that has all my logged in creds, but we don't want to bother with that right now. Yes. Yeah, it was great work with you, Brad. I've enjoyed our time a lot. That was a lot of fun. Great to meet you too. That's one of those things too where, God, I've worked with almost probably everybody at the company aside from 2 or 3 operators at this point. There's nobody I have anything bad about to say. Yeah, next year will be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, man, that's awesome. Appreciate you being here, Brad. And good morning. Good morning to everybody. Yo, Bottleneck, good to see you again. Yes. Yeah, time to grind. No days off. Index PHP. What if we do view page source? Could we do like a v equals version? RoundCube version 10.6.10. Okay. So let's do RoundCube CV 10.6.10. Funny how that works. Oh, it's 2025 too. And it's in MSF console. So let's do tmux. And I think this is my Tmux config. It is. So I have my hotkey on. Gosh. Alright. And I changed the mapping because Tmux by default uses Control B. I'm 5'11". Control B is a pretty far stretch for me, so I remapped that to Control V. Then we can make a new window. Or did I? Oh, it's not using my Tmux config? It's not using my Tmux config. Okay. We're on default. And then change window. We're using the EPO pad, which I don't know if you guys forgot about this. Yes, yeah, Control B is a lot. We made this mouse pad probably like a few months ago, and it just has all the configs that we need on in settings. So I'm looking at the Tmux stuff right now, and we'll find that out as we go. But that is available on the Discord still. The only thing right now is with tariffs and stuff, it's so ridiculously expensive, it doesn't make sense to get it until we can find a cheaper option to produce it. Yo, Hunter, what up? Aqua, yo, dude, I'm gonna need some advice. You think it's a good idea to accept an unpaid information security internship offer? The company isn't that well known. I'm more in the VABT, but this is role. Yes, absolutely. I think the hardest part about cybersecurity is breaking into it. Once you have the opportunity to kind of put your money where your mouth is, take it and run. But if you already have an offer to get your foot in the door, I would absolutely take it. And there's nothing saying you can't also be applying to other jobs and looking for paid positions in the meantime, right? So I think for short-term and long-term benefit, it's absolutely worth it, because then you have legitimate experience on your resume, which you can compensate again with certifications. But I value certifications if you don't have professional experience, but professional experience I think is way more valuable than a certification. But again, that's not always possible. So if you're trying to get into the field, then certifications are absolutely the way to go. Back on OCP grind. Yes, we are doing boxes. These goddamn boxes. What was I going to do? Oh, MSF console, because we have a known exploit. What is this called? Round cube 1610 RC. And it's the exact version match, right? That's probably a good sign. Absolutely, Aqua. And congrats again for getting the offer. That's hands down the hardest part, is just getting that first job and that first professional experience. But if you have the opportunity and when they give it to you, and you should take it, run with it. So let's do search. Gosh, I haven't used MSF in a minute. Round cube. What? Do we have to update? Didn't that say...
This module requires Metasploit.
Oh, do we have to update? Update MSF console. Oh, wait. Maybe that is,
Okay.
Because how Exegol works? Yo, appreciate it, Brad. Thanks, Brad. this we're using Exegol right now. So we're not within a VM. We're actually within a Docker container that's a pen test image. And it has a lot of really cool, almost like a cross-reference, but just like an integration aspect to it, where like you have like a preload script, and you can source your entire terminal and environment to replicate your bare metal desktop, right? So the ZSH file, all my dependencies, all the tools and stuff that I use on my bare metal desktop, I just source that in the load up file for the Docker, for the Exegol image, and it's an exact one-to-one replica of what I'm using, which is really nice, because if you compare that to like an actual VM, you're managing configurations for two completely separate computers. And like, yes, you can still do like host file share, and like if you wanted to allow the VM access to your home directory, you could do that. But instead of like copying and pasting configs over between two machines, Exegol, you can pretty much copy paste your entire bare metal environment into the pen test image, which is extremely nice. Yes, the enterprise edition. So Exegol is run by a capitalist. Can't blame them. They've started charging money. Yes, there is now a licensing effort for Exegol, which is very unfortunate. But the free version works fine. And like, honestly, I it comes down to Burp Suite, Googling shit, and if you're doing Active Directory stuff, NetExec, right? Anything else you can get cloned, you can bring in. So like, the term bloat is similar. It makes sense. I understand. I get it, because there's so many tools that realistically you don't need, and a lot of boxes on Hack the Box. The point is to be creative and to think outside and come up with unique solutions. So you're not going to there's not going to be a tool to just solve it or figure it out for you, right? Like, you're not going to do a 403 bypass or need that tool. So there's a lot of stuff that you don't really need, I guess is the point I'm trying to say. And that, yes, you can pay for Exegol, the full updated image, and have all the other tools and keep the config updated and the latest running version. But in reality, you just need a terminal, Burp Suite, Firefox, and the rest of the stuff you can figure out on the way. Which also makes it extremely simple and easy to spin up and down when you want to do a box or you want to change configs, whatever it might be. But these are persistent. I mounted this on a share, so I'll use this Docker image, this Exegol container, for all the boxes. Our session expired. Okay, well, why is Metasploit? Why does it not have this? Oh, that's what I was gonna do.
God, I'm getting carried away. Switch to previous.
This Windows. Let's do. Who am I? Root. Okay. So we'll do apt update tac y ampersands apt upgrade tac y. And I did not forget about this. So we have this on our fourth window. Oh, there's a few of them. How are we doing this before? There we go. So this is our Active Directory mind map by Orange Cyber. So I keep this open in the fourth hidden window, and then you can just go back. We can close that one. How did I have all these funky configs now? There we go. Oh, it's that. Okay, so I have Windows Alt and then Windows Control for different mappings. Yeah, so this should update Metasploit as well. And then we'll have that POC. We can probably look at it right now also and just see what the exploit is. Post authentication RCE via PHP object deserialization.
The underscore from parameter in a URL is not validated, leading to PHP object deserialization, which is off-rip RCE.
Yeah, the goddamn capitalists.
For some reason you're not getting it, but be happy you got a base increase 3%. It's very nowadays, and keep doing what you're doing. It might work out next time. Yeah. Still be fortunate you're in that spot, but I do understand that. That sucks. You're off the night shifts though now, right? That was the last time we streamed, was you were finishing up your night shift. No? Oh god. Still have to do them every month. Well, that's unfortunate. That's a lot better than it was though, right? You were doing it like once or twice a week? Or every other weekend? I swear, we were on the same time zone for a minute. Does this use Why So Serial? Yeah, it's a lot of night shifts. I remember that. Good. Oh, it's base 32 encoded deserialization. Okay. Interesting. Here's the PHP. It's object injection and deserialization. Which I saw a few. These actually vary in severity because you can see it on WordPress. Like some of these PHP object injections will be a 9.8. Other ones will be like a 3 or 4 because there's no gadget that can lead to exploitation within the code. So this means like a lot of the descriptions you'll see on the PHP object injection findings for WordPress vulnerabilities is it'll say if it's low criticality, it's because it depends on another plugin having a vulnerable gadget. But what makes it a high crit is that there's injection within the plugin as well as a dangerous function that you can reach and call. Which I'm sure it's authenticated. So we'll say like 9.2. 9.9. Jesus. Even with auth? Privileges required. How is that? The environment where's... Oh, scope has changed. That's why. Okay. That's interesting that they count that as scope. Even though it's... It doesn't really change scope unless it runs as root. I guess it depends on who the process is running as, but you're exploiting a Roundcube web app to get onto the Roundcube server. So it's, I don't know. That's interesting. Because at least when we do CVS scores, scope has to be something that's outside of the same security umbrella. So, like, this does not change in terms of that environment or application, I guess, because it's all within the same... It's on the Roundcube server. Like, you see change scope a lot with stored XSS on, like, help desk portals, because you can go to, like, target.com, and if there's like a help bot or a chat bot, and you do a stored XSS on that,
and on the back end it's an admin opening that up on a completely different endpoint and application, that justifies change of scope. I don't know, this is not, I get it, but
I don't think this should qualify as change of scope.
God, yeah, there's a lot to update. Okay, this is fun. Let's see if we can... Is there an update available?
What?
Maybe we can just find a POC on GitHub.
Oh, beautiful.
So let's do git clone. And we can be really loose about where we're putting stuff, because like I mentioned, we can just destroy this image and spin it back up. So I don't really care about our home directory getting messy, because this is only for this one. What are the other ones? URL, username. Which is Tyler. And then single quote to escape special characters. Which there are none. And the command, so we could do ID.
Gadget uploaded successfully.
Oh, I see what it's doing. Okay. So let's
split pane
vertically. And then over here we'll do Python 3 TACM HTTP dot server 80. Okay.
and then to switch to previous pane.
Oh. So let's do curl 172.17.0.2 .80 fart. Why did that not work? Oh, because that's our IP. for HTTP. There we go. Okay. So we know that works, right? So then I'm pretty sure you can do Control V Z for big screen. Nice. All right. So let's do bash one-liner rev shell. Let's we can also move this off the screen. We don't need that. Pen test monkey. There we go. So let's do this again. We'll split again. And on this side, we'll do RL wrap 1337, I guess. All right. Over here, let's do nano fart.sh, paste that. We'll go 1337. And this is 10.10.14.5. Alright, so now we're going to create a nasty one-liner. And what we're going to do is it's going to do curl fart.sh. If that's successful, curl tac O is output. Yeah, okay. Oh. So then it'll be curl tac O temp fart.sh. If that's successful, then do chmod 777 temp fart.sh. If that's successful, run temp fart.sh, which should call back to us. So let's start this one again. 10.10.14.5. All right. Why is that not working? It looked like there was something else. I see what they're doing. So they're using this endpoint to validate. So then, okay, so we'll just do this. Question mark A equals $ that base 64. Actually, no. We'll just do ls temp sh or cat. Cat would probably work too. it's not getting to this portion. Because we have to escape these characters. You know. Like that. How are they doing this? They're just piping that right into... like that. It's probably not catting because it doesn't realize it. So if we do ID... Okay. So if we do fart.sh tech of temp fart.sh, and then if we do bam bam cats fart.sh, what if we do word count? One word, so that's foreground? Okay, we just backgrounded it on accident. Oh. Let's just kill it. So it's showing that it's there though. So at this point you should be able to do like chmod plus x. Make the reverse shell executable. And if we do temp oh shit. Why is that blocking that? Is there no temp on it? What if we do... revshells.com. Is your TeamWorks config public? My TeamWorks config is like 2 lines.
I have not really done anything fancy with it. Can you pipe the
Curl to bash. Probably, yeah. LVMP 1337. What if we do 443? What if it's because of my... It's only showing 1 line. Why is... I have an idea. Let's do this. Let's do cat fart.sh. base 64. Oh. And then let's tee that into base fart. Let's spin up this server. Let's do git base fart tac o temp base f, right? So now let's do cat base cat temp. We're gonna send it over base 64 encoded and then decode it over there and execute it. Temp base f. Nice. Okay. So now what we do is this: cat temp base f base 64 tac d. Do you think it has t? Let's find out. We'll tee that out to temp shell.sh. And then we'll do cat shell.sh. Okay. And then actually we can make sure that that worked and compare the strings. Oh, because that. So let's do cat temp shell.sh. Is that the same? It is. So chmod plus x. Bash. There we go. Alright, so now we're in. We had to transfer over as base 64 encoded. I have to be careful because this shell is sensitive. Oh, and we're in a Docker environment. What? Oh. Tyler's on here? Yes. Mel, Jacob. Well, I'm going to assume that there's going to be some type of credential. Maybe, is there a round cube Etsy? Where's round cube configs at? Well, there's none. Okay. Oh, damn it. That's fine though, because that's pretty automatic. We're good on that front. Let's do cd var dub HTML. What's this index show? Okay. cd round cube. Cat config. Now we enumerate and we see how to get to a basic user. That looks like something. Stored in the session record, so we can decrypt passwords with this key. Where is the session records? SQL? Nope. Logs. Temp. This looks like a session. Let's go back and see how to crack roundcube IMAP passwords. Authenticates user against the cyber IMAP server, cracking a password.